Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night InSaNiTy. Yep. Oh. Where the fuck is my camera? Hold on. Why do I not have a camera? Is that the no, that's not the camera cord. Where's the camera cord? Why the hell is my camera unplugged? Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, hang on a second. Let's try that again. Camera? Hey! There we are. We have camera. And for some reason we're doing a screen capture into the geeky, whoa, trippiness. Where's the boys? They started a new hangout, didn't they? Damn it. Thanks for telling me, which they probably did, and I just didn't even notice. Yeah, hold on a second. I'll find them here. I will find them and beat them mercilessly with my geekiness. Can we? There. Apply. Hey, there they are, I think. Let's find out.
It's so much better.
There they are.
I have plenty of people, my friends.
So there's the boys, and
it's about fucking time.
Ryan Chataway.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Ryan Chataway.
Laying on the couch with my hands in my pants.
As
Fuck
it
yeah,
should
Bundy
be.
style.
Excellent.
Al Bundy, Ron Jeremy style.
One of the only good things about Al Bundy is his love of putting his hand down some pants.
Well, I wouldn't say the only good thing. He also appreciates a toilet that has a good manly flush.
But he was also a part of that woman hating group. So, like, you know, there's yin and yang. I'm just saying. Everyone's got their
My
yin and yang.
favorite thing about him, about Al Bundy, was his facial expressions. He had the best facial expressions.
Yes, his face and the expressions he made. Bye, Skin Slip.
Oh, I had to refresh.
Oh, welcome back.
Everyone was robots for a second. I'm like, oh god, I'm
awesome.
Gonna refresh.
Yeah, I had to refresh.
Beep.
It was like, and I'm like, oh, refresh. Oh, shit.
Fantastic. Yeah, I had to refresh the stream because when I initially went live, it was just dropping frames like crazy. I'm like, oh, well, no.
It looks like you refreshed your haircut.
Seems to be fine now. Yes, I did. I did indeed. It's getting tired of the shag.
Target has these bags of M&M for $1.59.
Awesome. We don't have Target in Canada anymore, so fuck you.
I thought it was called Target A.
All you people and your wonderful deals at Target. Yeah, sounds great.
Target is awesome.
I'm not bitter at all.
You see my Target exclusive? I mean, America exclusive?
They came to Canada and completely didn't do things the same way they do in America. And surprise, surprise, went out of business and left.
Yeah.
They came to Canada, destroying Zellers, a Canadian bargain store that had been around for decades, and then Target failed and left. So then we had nothing.
I do have to say, House or Hunt. That company could not have been that strong if a competitor can move in and immediately send them out of business and they're that big. They can't be that strong.
It wasn't. They were very strong for a very long time, but big box stores just generally are really hurting right now, and it was just the latest casualty.
Competition moved in, and they were like, "This is too much." Oh fuck!
No, it wasn't even. It wasn't competition. Zellers was gone. Zellers went out of business. Nothing to do with Target. Target moved in and took their place.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like it came in like
No,
how
no,
strong
no.
could that company been if Target moved in and suddenly they went out of business? Like, I don't know.
No.
If your company goes out of business because one competitor
that's
shows up, then you're
not
not doing
what
a good
happened.
job.
No,
Okay, I know.
Zellers
I get it now.
was in trouble and went tits up, and Target saw an opening, basically, and moved in to fill the void left by them.
Are you
So-
purposely sharing the entire stream with us in Hangout?
No, I rewired some things, and apparently one of the things I did was unplug my other camera. So.
Oh, because now there's infinite streams. It's streams within streams within streams right now.
Yes, I know. It's very trippy.
It's kind of cool, actually.
Oh. And
It's
I'm in
just
there
for
somewhere.
purpose
Oh,
of
I
that.
see. It's the stream.
We're actually seeing the live version here in the Hangout. Which is really
Actually, yeah, that's... Well, there you go. So now you can see the... it's backwards on my end, but...
Yes. Well, literally weird.
I don't know
how.
I don't know how to fix that in the new Hangouts. Like...
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if there actually is a way to fix that, because...
I don't think there is.
They took away all the useful features and
Yes.
fucked it all up.
And it's funny when we do it this way. They did, but I guess I've been in other live streams where the Hangout toolbox is still there, and I want them to know how the fuck they did it.
Maybe I wonder if that's the new the live Hangouts, like the thing that they replaced it with.
Oh, that might be the case.
That may be something we should investigate, if
Yes.
only in the names of having proper features.
Sure.
I'm just
All
really
right,
excited
we have a
to be here with
project.
y'all.
Restart it, but not actually take it live, and then you can just use it as a Hangout like normal. I mean,
Yeah, kind of something like
that's
that.
true.
Something
We're gonna
like
take
that.
it live and simul multicast somehow.
All right, well, good. So at least you'll be able to see my pickups. They'll just be backwards.
No, they're right side for us, just so you know.
Well, I know they're.
It's only
but-
backwards for you.
Oh, it's only backwards for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and for those watching at home, if you look, this is what I'm seeing. Like you can see, it's actually it's backwards, forwards, into infinity.
It's pretty rad, but yeah.
Really trippy.
And I can see that when you do that, but the part I see is actually right side.
Oh, okay.
at least,
Oh, good.
so.
That's good then.
It's a
Then
good thing.
I won't stress about it then.
You should-
So, anything exciting happen in the world of geekiness this week?
Yeah.
Do we get any trailers or anything?
Well, we got a movie called Thor Ragnarok.
I never heard of that one. Is that like one of those independent films?
Yeah.
I saw Zach
It's
for
kind
a
of a
second
niche
there.
movie, and I don't even think
Schmovie. Yeah, I heard that one's getting pretty good reviews. Very well received. I heard, and I quote, and I paraphrase, "Wow, that's the most fun I've had at a superhero movie in ages."
Yes.
So.
It's definitely more of a comedy than a superhero movie.
It's great. Excellent. Well, I look forward to it. Oh, that's where I was seeing Zach. I was seeing, apparently, the background of Ryan's phone.
Flopper. It's a flopper.
So anyway, that's all the ways that I plan to publicly embarrass Cass in the coming year. Oh, hey, Cass.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, right, we're not supposed to swear. Oops.
Total
Damn
flopper,
it.
man.
Thanks. Now I'm not going to make any money.
Good.
That's what happens when you find a stranger.
Fuckity fuck.
Fuck, mother,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I take it that's in keeping with Quack's question as to whether or not I'm going to be making appearances.
Yes.
Oh, God, I hope not.
I think it's time. I think the world needs to meet Cass, age 7.
I don't get it.
They won't actually believe that it's you. You were so tiny,
Sir, Ryan, did you say you don't get it?
vertically
Yeah, I don't
and
understand.
horizontally.
You what?
I have no idea what anybody's talking about.
Excellent.
Okay, so-
Good. Well-
So he's going to put up more Multimedia Chronicles retro videos
Yes.
for around 1991, 1992. So therefore me in 1991 or 1992, and therefore me not an adult as you know me now.
Yes. He's an annoying little
child.
kid. My little bother. Actually, no, Cass, even at that age, like, at that point, Cass and I had like our relationship was much better than when I was living at home.
Well, it was just the period when you were a moody teenager and I was an annoying 3-year-old.
And you lived
So
together.
those just don't mix. Yeah.
And
No.
you lived together. That causes problems all the time. You know,
Absolutely. But no, this time, I mean, Cass is
living
like
together.
7, 8 years old, and he would come out to visit a couple times a year. So whenever we'd hang out, it would just be, you know, goofing around and having fun. So there are videos of some of those visits.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks, Manic.
I was going to say, or the times when Sean would come out to Toronto, where I was.
Yes,
video
that's
of that
right.
too.
Yeah, that's true. There's videos on both sides there. Yeah, so I'm going through the archives, seeing what I can find. So there'll be some stuff from time periods that you've seen before, but things that you haven't seen from those time periods. And then the sort of main continuity will be primarily 1992 at the moment is the era I'm focused on. I filmed a lot of stuff in 1992, so look forward to that.
25 years ago now? Jesus, my brain.
25 years ago, yeah, I guess it was. Holy shit. Does not feel like it was that long ago.
By the way, nobody be alarmed. I am feeling okay. Everything is fine and normal, but I am eating a salad right now.
Oh, that's why he's crying.
Wait, but
Oh,
do you have bacon bits on it, at least? Do you at least put bacon on it?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah.
Oh, you just failed at bacon salad.
Thanks, Major Motoko.
I'm kidding, of course.
It's not a salad until you make it unhealthy.
That's right. You mean,
That's right.
that's a lot of dressing. You already made it unhealthy.
He tossed it.
You
Honestly,
tossed it.
if you really want to be healthy, you have to like dip. You put the dressing in like a little container, and you dip your fork in it, and you spear a little bit of vegetables and meat like that.
Oh,
And that's just being an asshole.
No, I'm just saying that's how you're supposed to do it, like to be healthy. But
I know.
you know,
that's not healthy. That's
I don't
just
do that
being
either.
an
Don't get me
asshole.
wrong. But I also go light on the dressing usually.
Yeah, I try to, but I don't always. I mean, primarily with salad dressing, when I make a salad, it's a Caesar salad, so I tend to put a lot of dressing on there because it tastes so damn good.
It's actually not really that much on it. I think maybe because it's in a white bowl, it just looks like it's all dressing.
Sure. A likely story.
Look, the sleeve is almost naked.
Hey, wow, Stab West, thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's a lot of tombstones. Was those tombstones? I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
It is
Really cool.
tombstones. Animated tombstones. Awesome.
Hey,
You cheered an entire graveyard. That's
holy
awesome.
crap! That's the night to Van Bluto's birthday. Holy shit!
Sweet. Well, we'll have to forget and completely neglect to wish him a happy birthday on that day.
Sounds like Brandon's having fun.
So you're going to be what, Bluto? 16, 17? Something like that?
22, 23.
4.
4.
I'm sorry, Bluto's 5 years old.
That's right.
Bluto, where the hell are you?
I don't
No, I'm
know.
not having fun. I'm actually just taking my medicine.
So
Like, this is
one
actually
thing-
not fun right now. I'm in a lot of pain.
So
one
Thor
thing
Ragnar...
that,
Yeah, so go ahead.
one thing that we should talk about for sure tonight is the article that Skinslip shared from the Spectator.
Which
Don't
one was
believe
that?
the sales figures. DVDs are thriving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
shit.
Absolutely.
Stuff at people who are doomsayers.
Well, people have been doomsaying DVD for, like,
10
and
years.
physical media in general for, like, 10 years, yeah.
Like, 10,
Like, oh,
maybe
streaming.
longer, actually.
It's all about streaming now. It's all streaming. It's like, no.
Netflix went to streaming. That's,
What?
that's
What streaming
I love
replaced
that. I love that damn voice.
the raving
all streaming.
moron?
Yeah, but
This is the way it is.
Fine.
No,
It sounds, you know what? It sounds very similar to the what button.
Yeah.
I know Brian loves.
Yeah.
I don't care what the facts say. This is the way it is.
That's
Yeah.
the input button. What button?
what does the fox say?
That's the power button.
I forget what I was saying now. You need to press the input button.
Is there supposed to be
the
batteries in
input.
this?
I'm pressing it. Nothing's happening.
Channel plan.
Okay.
Braces.
Why is it vibrating? Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing.
Press the input button. Don't touch anything else. Just press that one single button. Customer disappears for 5 minutes and hear all this rummaging and crashing and banging. They finally get, and of course they're not on a cordless phone, so I have to wait for them to come back.
So you hear the distance.
So they finally come back. I'm like, so what's happening? He's like, okay, I unplugged everything. No, did you press the input button? What button? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You did everything except the thing I told you to do.
I can just imagine. So he puts the phone down. Hold on. Bam! Crash! Rolling through the garage. Oh, fuck. I just spilled some.
Hear the drill press going. And what the hell is going on over there?
It sounds like a hydraulic press lifting a vehicle.
I have a story.
Backing up. What the fuck?
I killed Harvey.
Godzilla? What?
I have a story like that. I had a similar incident at my job. Part of my job is taking the breakdown calls from customers.
Oh, okay.
So I had a customer.
When the customers are just completely breaking down.
Yes.
Emotionally. They
don't hijack too much. My dinner's done in 3 minutes. I want to get the story out. We're on a no hijack order. So, yeah, right. That's not going to happen.
Stop hijacking yourself.
I know. So this customer calls. He's in a Toyota Prius, which is a hybrid and push button start and lots of this. He phones me and he says, "Yeah, the car won't start. I had to try it for like 20 minutes and it finally went, but now I'm at my mother's place and it won't start and all this stuff." So I'm walking him through everything. It's obviously not a battery because it started after a while and like that. So I call roadside assistance and get them on the way. And so I called the customer back and told them like he can try holding the key like right up to the button when he presses it because it could just be a weak signal from the key.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah. So I press it and then this light comes on, says ready, but nothing happens. And I press it again and still nothing. And ready is the thing that means the car is on, as in it is ready to go.
Oh god.
Because it's a hybrid, because it's gas and electric, the gas engine doesn't always kick in right away. Sometimes it's just running on the battery.
So he kept turning
like a car.
So he kept turning the car off and on and off and on and off and on.
Yeah.
He just kept resetting his computer and the computer's like, what? I just want to do my business.
And then at one point I guess he just managed to magically catch it when the gas engine would kick in and thought, oh, it's working now.
Oh god.
So anyways, I explained that to him.
On and off until the battery would die and the engine would kick on. That's what was happening.
Well, yeah, it had to recharge the battery because
you kept turning on and off.
Only run on the gas engine, yeah.
On off, on off, on off. Oh, the battery's dying.
So I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll cancel the roadside tow and get him on his way and like that. So I phone roadside, cancel it. Like 3 minutes later, the same guy phones me. He says, now the car won't shut off. It's like I'm pressing the button and the engine. It's like it's still completely running, and I'm thinking, okay, this is impossible. Like this, like you press the button, it will stop. But I'm like, all right, he's not far from our downtown office, so I'm like, just drive there. We'll put you in another vehicle and we'll figure out what the problem is, which is nothing.
Because you're a fucking idiot. That's why.
User error.
I phone downtown and I tell them, I've got a customer coming in a Prius. For the love of God, put them in something with a key, just a normal, regular Chevy Malibu, just whatever. So they're like, okay, no problem. We'll hold the car for him.
This is the future.
He calls back a minute and a half later.
What?
And says, sorry, it turns out somebody was running a generator behind me. I thought it was the car.
Oh my god.
Yeah, can't make this stuff up.
What a fucking moron.
Do you have no spatial distinction with your hearing, sir?
So on my breakdown report, I literally had the same unit number and the same thing. First problem, car will not start. Then the same unit number, car will not shut off. Because I was like, I need to immortalize this in my report.
Line 3 mistook generator for car.
Yes.
Oh,
I phoned downtown to cancel the exchange, and then I told him, and I just hear this. Like, I explain it to the guy downtown, and he's just like, Are you fucking serious?
Like, no, I'm dead fucking serious.
He's like, this is going
Sadly,
in my
yes.
This is the best day of my fucking life. Yes. Now get the fucking
Anyway,
swamp
that was
out.
timed perfectly. My dinner's ready. I'll be right back.
All right.
Good shit. Good shit.
So
Kind of like
many,
a wrecking ball.
so many hijacking
There's
opportunities
plenty
there.
to talk
I
about.
know. So many, but that's the future. Sean's and he calls. I can't get my car to start. Does it say ready? Yeah. Yeah. It's on. Oh.
I have been in
But see, I
The
would make
hybrid
that
vehicle
call
works.
once, and then I would understand the principle, and we'd be
No.
fine.
You will be at the help center when you're
Oh,
like
oh,
sending
oh, I
helping
see.
people
Gotcha.
younger than you or stupider than you
Yeah,
troubleshoot and start their vehicles.
yeah.
It's definitely weird being in a hybrid vehicle if you spent most of your life in like a
Gas
vehicle with a motor
car,
that purrs.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're definitely going to be off put by the fact that you don't feel or hear anything.
Yeah.
It's
Where's the
whispered quiet, and you're
vroom
like,
when it starts?
yeah, and you're like, why isn't it on? What's going on? And then you just start going, and it's like, what's happening? I feel like I'm on one of those. You feel like you're on one of those carts, those like the things that like the little, for disabled people, the carts in the
Oh
stores,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's what it
Disabled
feels
or
like.
lazy people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I only ever used that when I had like a broken leg or something.
Oh, I know. I see
Oh,
some
I had
people
a broken leg.
riding those things around. And it's like, you're not disabled.
Sprained
You're just
ankle.
fat.
Hey, fuck you.
You're just lazy.
Hey,
Being
fuck
fat.
you.
Like
Don't you-
skin
a
slip.
self-imposed
Hey, don't you even fucking judge people like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's fucking wrong with them? They got bad fucking knees and a bad back. You
Yeah.
don't fucking judge. You don't
Oh, I
judge
judge.
anybody in those goddamn things. Most people don't want to be in them.
Yep, I totally judge.
Hey, but the rule
Right.
is, if
Because
you're
you
fat,
can tell.
judge
You
those
can
people.
tell.
you
Yes,
can't.
you can tell.
Oh yes, because you can totally tell when someone's in chronic pain. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you can, actually.
Shut up.
A lot of the time you
No,
can.
no.
Little ticks of the face, little
Nope, no,
little groans
No,
when they shift
no,
in their seat.
No.
Yes,
Not okay.
absolutely.
It's not okay. It's
When
not
you-
okay.
No.
No.
Okay, great. Anyway, when you see somebody clearly not in pain, having a wonderful time scooting around just because they're fucking lazy, you can tell. You can tell.
Beat him upside the head.
No,
Do it.
no, you can't.
I don't
know
care.
You can't.
Fine,
No.
fine,
Yeah.
fine.
Anyway,
You know who says they can't tell? Someone who
Yeah.
doesn't deal with chronic pain, that doesn't
Great.
cause tics or other things that
Okay,
are obvious
anyway,
tells.
the fact of the matter
Me.
is there
I
are
don't have any of
people
those cells, by the
there
way.
are people who use those things because they are lazy, not because they are disabled.
Okay. Is that
That
so
is-
bad?
Yeah,
Is that
it
the
is.
end of the world?
Because there's people who genuinely need them to get around, and I think it's just pathetic that someone is so lazy they
My-
can't just fucking walk.
I only have a problem when it's like the stupid kids are like racing around the store. I'm like, come on, kids! Like, seriously,
Well,
that's bullshit.
that's bullshit, too.
I will throw a fucking fit. I will like throw a fucking cane at those kids. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, but you were drag racing. I didn't mean to hit you upside the head with my cane when you came around that corner.
Yeah.
Jesus. Fuck those kids, by the way.
See, like you walk with a cane.
No, I don't. I use a cane because it makes it easier. I don't need it to walk.
Okay. But you don't use it because you're lazy or because
And
you want to look cool. I would
I'll
use a
tell you right
cane to
now,
look cool, but I wouldn't use it because I need it.
I used those carts for years when it looked like I didn't quote unquote need them because I was in chronic pain. And people like you would judge me, and I would tell people like you to go fuck yourself. And if
It's
you
not
ever
people
do that
like
in
me.
front of me, I will beat you upside the fucking face.
Okay.
It is a triggering thing. You're like,
Apparently.
I expect way better of you. And if
Yeah.
you were not better than that, then what the fuck, man? Learn some empathy.
Oh, I have plenty of empathy.
Not
But I'm
enough.
also a very good judge of people.
Yeah, sure. So you judge someone like me and they beat you upside the fucking head with a cane.
No, I can tell with you that you have a genuine condition.
No. You couldn't.
No, I couldn't? Okay.
No,
If
not
you
5
did-
years
you're
ago.
saying
You
if you
couldn't.
didn't know him,
5 years ago, you
probably
couldn't.
wouldn't.
I'm saying 5 years ago, you could not.
All right.
You could not. I was perfectly 100% functional. I was in a
Mm-hmm.
lot of fucking pain, and I didn't have anything showing because I had to keep my shit like,
That's
I was
fine.
a stoic, manly
All right.
man.
Anyway, it wasn't a slight against you personally. It was a slight against people who abuse the system.
Yeah, but you triggered me because you're judging people without actually knowing them.
What?
So yeah.
Well, hey,
whatever.
Listen up, listen, Sean. All right, you need to understand. Here's a guy who has been fucking judged and been given a whole bunch of needless bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Because of this.
So have I, like in a different form, but I mean, still, I get it.
Yeah, you get it. What he's saying is that offends him because he has personally been affected by people judging him for doing things he needed to do.
Well, that's fine, but I mean,
because he had to put up a front.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, it's not about you not knowing. It's not about that. It's about the fact that people go into things assuming they know what's going on.
Stop assuming. That's the answer. That's really the fucking answer. Just take everything at face value until you find out. Maybe you're talking to the person, and they stand up and they start, like, doing the fucking jig, and you're like, okay, you motherfucker. Now I fucking know. Like, okay.
That's what I'm talking about. People who do shit like that.
Yeah, if they
don't need it.
And they want them to top.
Yeah, they scoot around in their fucking thing that they probably had health care pay for, and then get up and walk around like there's nothing wrong. And it's like, what the fuck, man? There are people who genuinely need that shit, and thanks to jackasses like you, our premiums are going up. So, fuck you very much. I have no sympathy for people like that, and I will judge them until doomsday.
People who abuse
they are
the
scum.
System, you mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm on about. Is people who abuse the system. I'm not about people who don't have visible conditions necessarily. I'm talking about people who abuse the system, and you can tell a lot of the time when it's somebody who's just fucking around and abusing the system. Yeah!
There's a lot of stuff to actually talk about this week. I went back and looked.
Okay.
Is there?
So,
I haven't been paying much attention. I've been busy. But,
the DVDs are thriving thing.
Oh, yes, right.
What the article talks about basically is that the sales for DVDs overall have dwindled, but that we're seeing a lot more DVDs coming from smaller labels like Video, or
a lot of
Criterion, stuff like
Criterion still does DVDs, yeah.
I think we were talking about that before. I mean, just physical media in general. Like a lot of the releases that are of interest to people like us are coming from independent labels. You know, like you say, like Arrow, Scream Factory, Blue Underground, Synapse, Severin, stuff like that.
I had the biggest news of the week. Stars let loose their lineup of Godzilla films. There's like 16 of them, and they all showed up with preview images of Criterion covers on the temporary Criterion logos of all the other releases they've done, such as The Brood and what else? The other Cronenberg film they released not too long ago.
Videodrome? Scanners.
A bunch of other Criterion movies they just announced Blu-rays for. They've had on digital streaming sites. Like this with these kind of covers. So my guess is that March or May time when there's and it's either Japanese premiere or American premiere of Godzilla, they're going to probably get a 16 movie or 12 movie box set with all of the movies that we don't already have on Blu-ray.
It's quite,
Literally all the rest of them.
Pretty much all the Showa stuff that we don't already have. Including the two that we've been lamenting about, Son of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Yeah. The first one.
Those are still the only two that I don't have.
Same.
Ditto.
The only two I don't have.
Same here. But that's fantastic. I mean, I know it's technically still in rumor territory right now, but I'd say it's a pretty strong rumor.
Okay, the rumor is there's no rumor. Criterion has rights to them. We just don't know how they're going to release them.
Okay.
And when they're going to release them. It could be next year, Christmas. It could be 2 years from now, because Brood sat on streaming for almost 2 years before it came out. So we don't know when that's coming out. But
so is Eraserhead. Eraserhead was on streaming services with them
years. Years. So it could be any time in the next 10 fucking years we'll get that release. Wow. But the point is, they will come eventually, and it will either be individuals or it'll be a box. It'll probably be a box set like Zatoichi. Honestly. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're waiting and getting the rest of the rights from some of the other companies and doing a complete set.
Like to do a complete Showa
Yeah, a complete
collection.
Showa set.
That'd be awesome. That'd be crazy expensive, but totally worth it.
It'd be like $130. Well, look, Zatoichi was $130. It was 26 movies.
Okay, yeah, that's not
So
too
you
bad.
can do every Godzilla movie, all of them, except for the new Hollywood film, because probably couldn't get the rights to it. But and it would be $130, $150 around there, which is totally reasonable. You could save up for that. That's doable.
Oh, absolutely. That's like
Even someone like me who has like spending issues can save that much. You can get that in like
oh, right there with you.
What'll basically happen is every month I'll just pull out some cash and wad it up, and that way I can't spend it online. I don't go anywhere, so it's just gonna sit here and then I'll have the whole out and I'll take it back to the bank and put it all in and go buy my box set.
I actually do have a secondary savings account that I can just dump money into and take money out of whenever I want. But it's not connected to anything. The only thing it's connected to is my other bank account.
Correct.
So I can transfer money back and forth between the two accounts, but that's it. Like I can't use Interact, for example, with the savings account, only the checking account. So
my disability money goes to my savings, and then I personally move a portion, not even the whole amount, over. But the problem is I can't save more than $2,000 or I lose my disability.
Oh, okay.
Which is the stupidest shit ever, which means I can't ever save up to get a car.
That's bullshit.
Or to do a major repair for my car, I can save up to barely do that. And to do that, I might lose my disability.
How does that trigger that? Wow, how does that even make fucking sense? That's ridiculous.
Because on disability, they won't want taxpayers. They don't want you to better your life in any way on taxpayers' dimes. That's Republican rhetoric. Because they're afraid we're gonna buy Cadillac Escalades or some shit with it. Like, shut the fuck up. Look. If I saved up my money for 10 fucking years and I bought a Cadillac Escalade as a disabled person, I fucking earned that shit.
Yeah.
I earned that shit.
Exactly. Like that's something that should be encouraged and applauded, not punished.
I can't work, and guess what, motherfucker? I live on, like, you don't even understand. I live on less money than I even think. It's under $1,000 a month.
Wow.
Okay? You can't rent a place on disability. You can't. You just don't get enough money. You have to rent with someone else.
Yeah. Just to get by.
And then you're scraping by. One other person. You split rent for a 2-bedroom. You're like, you can't get internet or TV or anything. So you get to sit and stare at your wall every month. Maybe scrape by and buy some books from the library. Book sale for 50 cents if you decide not to eat some TV dinners for a day.
Exactly. So getting back to the article you guys are talking about with the
sorry,
we got very sidetracked.
Sorry, get triggered.
That's okay. It's a night for that apparently.
I will find that box set.
One of those nights. Yes, as will I definitely, because that's
sorry,
fantastic.
I sidetracked everyone. I'm sorry.
Everyone's freaking out.
I know.
Like, are we going to talk about geeky stuff now?
It's not politics. It's not
no,
politics.
It's not politics. It's just
I didn't
life.
say anything about politics. I'm talking about my fucking disability, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Well, you mentioned the word Republican.
Oh, yeah.
That part is Republican rhetoric.
Therefore, it's all politics.
No, but that is Republican rhetoric.
You mentioned something.
as in, that's not what everyone thinks.
Political in passing.
You know, I'm not saying that everyone. I'm saying that's what the party line toes. That's all it is.
So I was gonna say 20 minutes ago, with the doomsayers saying, "Oh, physical media is dying," blah 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 blah. It's like because of streaming, and it's like no. I've said it before. I'll say it again now because clearly it needs to be repeated. The only thing streaming killed was movie rental stores. That's it.
That's sad.
It replaced those.
And even then, large markets can support a
simply out of convenience. You know, the instant gratification factor. That's the only reason. Because when you're renting something just to watch it, you don't really give a shit so much about quality. I mean, as far as it goes, like SD or high def, and even nowadays, you don't really even get a choice. It's based on your internet
usually
connection.
Usually about 720p, roughly.
But that's the only thing it replaced. As far as like being able to purchase things, there's still just as much to purchase now as there was 10 years ago. The only difference is the shopping and purchasing of those things has moved primarily online. It's not in the big box stores as much as it's not as visible out there in the wild, but it's still out there. I mean, go look at Amazon. Blu-ray, new releases. DVD, new releases. See what's out there. There's new shit every fucking week. So don't tell me that the formats are dying. They are not dying. They've just become, you know, distributed
There's
through
a whole
different
new format,
venues.
4K Blu-ray.
Look,
Yeah.
If they're still making new releases of a new format,
Yeah.
and physical releases are
I
not.
have a definitive answer as to whether physical media is living or dying. And the answer is when the big companies are mimicking the small companies to sell physical media,
Yeah.
that's when you know the medium is definitely not dying. It's
When
right.
people say physical media is dying, this is what I do.
Bravo.
It's like, I'm sorry, you're too stupid for me to be listening to. So
I pushed too hard. Not this joking.
And greetings,
I think
Quack. Well,
that's-
we've got 2 of the prodigal sons returning this week. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And Bluto is
And everybody's
incognito.
got beards, by the way.
Yes.
Except Sean.
Except for Sean and
Cats.
Cass.
Yeah, except for the
The
cats. The
Canadians.
McLeans.
Yes.
The McLean.
Well, you know, we're not pussies when it comes to the cold.
Hey, Sean, you know what's dying?
What's
You're
dying?
dying. We're all dying.
Wow. Dark.
That was hard.
We're dying every day.
And that's his one contribution.
When
That's
you put it
beautiful.
like that, I mean,
And then he left, and we never saw him again.
DVDs are dying because my husband threw out a bunch and he only wants Blu-rays.
Well, that's not. But he also throws away slipcovers, so I wouldn't put too much stock in him being the prime example there.
I was in another window. I was like,
One of us
that?
wanted it.
His nickname in one of our other chat rooms is Destroyer of Slipcovers.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a proper name. He's just the Destroyer of Slipcovers.
Thanks to you, Sean.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
I can't believe you destroyed your slipcover, you son of a bitch.
this line from the article says it all here. Accountants don't know everything. From a different perspective, through the bloodshot eyes of a cinephile, DVDs are thriving, and they're doing better in Britain than in most other countries. This success is measured in quality rather than quantity.
Exactly.
yes.
They put out less than, it's like, everyone announced 4 titles for December? 4.
They
Because they're all really good titles. They're all like packed loaded features and slipcovers and shit.
well, they also put a lot more effort into the quality of the titles overall, like the transfers and, as you say, the extras and the packaging and such. I mean, you're paying a bit of a premium, but you're getting a quality product.
Always.
Almost every time, you know. I mean, it's not like
don't know if there's a bad release. I mean,
No,
they're
it's not-
great releases. Like, they have subpar ones.
well,
compared to
because I remember at the dawn of Blu-ray, one of the big discussions was, well, like one of the big questions was always, well, that's great that that's coming out, but how's the transfer?
Yeah, some of the early slip boxes had some questionable transfers. Yeah.
'Cause there was a lot of shitty transfers out there, and some companies, Paramount, still keep them in circulation instead of actually revisiting those titles and doing them properly.
But yeah,
You're still
of the
talking about-
13 original, I think it's 13 original Arrow titles. I think maybe it's 15. Anyway, the original white slip box editions, a few of them have transfers, but those are transfers supplied by studios, not done by them.
Yeah,
Everything
I have a couple of those.
Everything that had hands on, which is great. Everything supplied by studios, I don't know. That's up to the studio,
It's
right?
up to them. That's the
Not up to
problem.
Arrow.
That's a problem that Scream Factory has as well, because they
Yep.
don't do restoration. They just use whatever masters are provided by the studio, and sometimes Universal, they get provided shitty transfers.
But they did get to do things like The Thing, where they did a new transfer of it on their own. So
the Thing. Oh yeah.
yeah. So I mean, they have been starting to do new transfers of their own too. So
Yeah. Fine.
I will commend them for that.
I think it got to the point they kind of have to if they want to stay competitive in this niche market, because everybody else is doing that. Like Criterion does it, has been doing it for years. Arrow started doing it as well, and it's like, come on, Shout Factory, how about you guys? Let's get it together. Let's get it going. By the way, speaking of which, I hear the Arrow version of The Thing is fantastic and easily the best transfer ever of that
I'm pretty
It
film.
happy
sucks
with
because I have to get it again.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
I'm
very-
happy with my Scream Factory.
I'm very happy with the
It's,
Screen Factory one.
It's good. It's great.
I believe it does not have the color timing issues that the Scream Factory one had.
I didn't notice anything.
Yeah, you noticed. Don't tell me that.
Oh, you mean the little blue? It's a little blue.
The blue I didn't mind. The problem was they kept the blue on during the red scenes, rendering them pink. Like that was the.
I think so. I think they're doing the flare being a little pink. But...
That was in particular at the end when the whole base is on fire and everything's got this red glow to it. In particular, look at the scene where they go into the generator room. It is like neon pink.
You're neon.
That's the Scream Factory
the Scream Factory one. Yeah.
I'm still happy with it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
I'm alright with it though. What I might do is I might buy the standard release to get the new transfer and pop it in my case. But I'm not. I don't.
I was lucky in that apparently a viewer is sending it to me.
Nice.
So now I have my incentive to get a region-free player because it is region locked.
It is region locked because Scream Factory has the rights here.
They have the rights here, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I got the limited edition Scream Factory release. I'm pretty happy with it. But I do want the special features in the Arrow release.
Nice.
So.
Yeah. I think Arrow. I mean, they ported it over. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I completely forgot I got the limited release, and so like I was digging around like where I keep some of my like vinyls, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I open it up, and it's the poster. And then my other slipcover slipped out. And I was like, "Oh damn! I forgot I got the limited one."
Oh, that's
it was like it was like Christmas all over again.
I put that slipper cover on my old Universal set with the Universal set in a box. I'm like,
there you go. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because it's got the picture-in-picture mode, which is like a different way of watching it. And
for the documentary, yeah, and it's not even the full documentary. There's apparently stuff missing.
It's different. There's actually stuff in there that's not on the disc in any other way either, but we now have in the Scream Factory as a standalone. Technically, all the stuff that's in that is on the Scream Factory release now, but I just like the way it's presented. It's a different way of presenting it, so I want to keep that edition. So I just kept the Universal release, and I just put my normal slipcover on it to protect it.
Yeah, I also kept the anamorphic DVD edition for the uncensored commentary.
Yep, I still have my multi-pack. So I just put my multi-pack inside the slipcover and put that son bitch in a box and keep it. If I need it, want to get to it, I can get to it.
Is the multi-pack, or is that multi-pack version the one that still has that commentary on it, the uncensored commentary?
No.
I
made my own multi-pack because I bought the DVD separate because it
is a skin slip exclusive.
Yeah, so I bought the thing on DVD back when it came out, and I had that edition, and then the Blu-ray came out, and I bought that, and I put the DVD inside the Blu-ray case, so I had them both because the commentary is uncensored.
So to answer
the Scream Factory line came around, and I just kept both in a box now.
To answer the question simply and succinctly, none of the Blu-rays have the uncensored commentary. It is only available on the DVD.
Or later.
I was just referring to the fact that I have like a DVD that's like in a John Carpenter like 4-pack that has the thing on it.
That should be the same disc.
That may be, yeah.
That should be the same disc. I believe there's only one disc.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. The only difference is one is the original release was non-anamorphic, 4x3 letterbox.
Oh, yes.
The re-release was anamorphic, but they
Mine's
both have the same.
Mine's the non-anamorphic edition. That is the only bummer.
Oh, really?
I'm okay with it.
I got the anamorphic one. I had both. I actually had the original Laserdisc release of that edition of the thing, which the first DVD release was a direct port of. Then they re-released it a few years later with the different cover art, anamorphic, but otherwise it was the same contents.
It's funny, Blutos, I didn't actually mean to send you the multi-packs. I meant to send you the Blu-rays only. I meant to put the DVDs back in their cases, because the DVDs actually have special features that are on the Scream Factory releases. So, can you send me my DVDs back, please?
Yes, I
meant to mention that.
Everybody's asking if I got a haircut. Yes, well, I gave myself a haircut because I have trimmers.
Did you use the Flowbee?
The Flowbee.
What? What the hell is that?
Wow. Oh, do we have to explain what the Flowbee is?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is. Sorry. I'm not here.
Hey, the Flowbee was actually a brilliant invention. There was infomercials on for it all the time throughout the 90s. But basically what it was is, you know how you have your vacuum, right? And you got the stick that you can use to stick in the corners and vacuum out the corners. What you would do is you would take the end off of that, and attach the Flowbee. And what the Flowbee is it uses the suction power of the vacuum to spin the blades, and you use it to trim your hair, and it just sucks up all the hair.
Oh my god! I just looked on YouTube.
Yeah,
oh,
so the vacuum pulls your hair straight up, and you can adjust the length, so you can get like a perfect uniform cut, however you want. It's brilliant.
I need to go shave my beard like that.
And there's no mess because it just all goes straight into the vacuum.
It sucks as it cuts.
The Flowbee was brilliant.
Brandon, you
it certainly does suck.
Plan on shaving your beard?
What?
You plan on shaving your beard?
No, not really. I'm actually gonna braid it, but.
Oh, that'd be pretty
He's
sweet.
gonna do like a Viking thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Viking.
You should braid your hair into your beard.
I want to do 2 Viking curls like this off the chin right here, kind of like that. You know.
That'd be pretty sweet.
With actual beads from Viking burial sites or Viking.
I also have some hairs on my ass. We should braid them together.
Real period accurate, real period beads from Viking beads from the 1600s.
Really, Ryan? You didn't know that one? I'm surprised you didn't catch that one.
What you should do is just grow your beard out longer and just braid it into your chest, with your chest hair.
It's like that and.
Muffin Boots did a thing on the Flowbee. Holy shit.
That and I am in no condition to fuck are the only 2 quotes I know from Das Boot.
I'm in no condition to fuck. Oh my god. I've never seen Das Boot.
Neither have I. I've just seen a couple
Yeah. It's funny. There's a few different, one of the English dubs, the English dubs are pretty good for an English dub because of how much production they put into it.
Yeah.
But one is significantly, even though the movie's still rated R, they changed the dialogue. There's parts where they're talking about, I could get, where he's like, I could, there's one dub that's like, oh, I can get a submarine through these 2 docks or whatever. But the actual dub was, I could move this submarine as if it was going through vagina. It was really, yeah.
It
was.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I completely fucked it up. I'm just saying,
okay. Okay. It was something like that, but they censored it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about?
No.
I can move this submarine through a vagina.
What? What? Steven through a submarine dick through a vagina or something? What?
You think I can't, but you don't know.
Boat, submarine. You're just saying words now, aren't you? Ah!
Das drunk.
Das wasted.
Damn, I can't. That's hilarious.
Sorry.
Well, he was like,
I'm steering the submarine.
You say Das?
You're going the wrong way. How do you know? The periscope's down. I go by feel.
Crunchyroll still being affected.
See? Feels good. You're dragging against the rocks. I know. I know what I'm doing.
Sean, that was an amazing Dr. Strangelove impression.
Thank you.
That's what you started to sound like.
Dr. Strangeboat.
Oh,
Dr. Strangeboat.
Other piece of news.
Das Strangeboat.
Or how I learned to stop worrying, and no, I'm still worrying.
Other piece of geeky news was Crunchyroll was hacked today, and they had a virus that when you go to the website, it prompted you to download something, and it was a virus.
Oh, great!
It got cleared up 13 hours ago, but it was 2 hours there where you couldn't go to Crunchyroll without getting a virus.
Wow, that's crazy. Yep. So everybody run virus scans if you got Crunchyroll, just in case.
Just definitely run a virus scan anyway.
But
they got all cleared now. It was just the problem was over 12 hours ago.
That's good.
Oh, dude,
Das good.
So, in other geeky news,
that's the one I have. I really wish they would have put.
I also have that one. Hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah, I got the same one.
I wish they would put the miniseries on Blu-ray because the miniseries is phenomenal. It's a completely different experience.
The 5-hour one.
Yeah, but it has narrations from the war correspondent, so it's from his point of view, really from his point of view.
So isn't that the one you decided to watch as your very first movie in your very first marathon?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I need something over 3 hours. I'll watch the 5-hour miniseries version of Das Boat to kick things off.
No, actually, I watched that second. I watched Titanic first.
Oh,
because
fuck.
it was funny because it was funny because like if you look at that video, it's me saying, "Oh, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. It's gonna be so fun doing this. So let's go ahead and get started." In the first fucking movie, after I say I'm gonna have so much fun, is Titanic. So
I
like,
remember this.
yeah.
I remember you
So
doing
it was
that.
more like.
Did you also watch Wyatt Earp during that one? Or is that...
So no, I watched Wyatt Earp.
Sean, sorry.
Yeah,
God
that was my 3-hour movie, and that was
My
fucking
memory's
great,
mush.
by the way. Really enjoyed that one a lot.
So now I just have a thing to where every marathon. In fact, I'm rendering my marathon right now for this year on my computer,
Wow.
and like this year, like I always have a big epic that I have to do. So like this year,
Yeah, it's become
I
a precedent.
yeah, not that I watched like the 5.5-hour director's cut of Gettysburg. So like, so every year, I just keep adding something.
It's just bigger and bigger. So see, now it's a little more, makes a little more sense. So you watched Titanic and melted your brain. So it's like, I need to watch something good, something that I love, that I know will bring me joy. 5 hours of Das Boat.
Yeah.
Perfect. So 8 hours into the marathon, you've only done 2 movies.
And I was emotionally spent.
Wow, I can imagine. It's like, I think I'll do nothing but Universal Monster movies now because they're barely an hour each.
Yeah. Keep in mind that I started that marathon. That was like one of the few marathons I started that it was after a long work day that I decided to get started with it. So
Oh my god. InSaNiTy.
Do you have some news to share about your next marathon?
Me?
Yeah, not the next one, but this marathon that you just did.
Stab, that's some great posture you have there.
Wait, you mean like when it's going to be going up?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm rendering it right now. Like the final render, I'm halfway through. It should be up tomorrow.
You been
Boom!
listening before, Stab?
7 months later.
Oh, this is from last year's marathon. I see. So
Well,
when
this
is
year's.
when?
Well,
Oh,
I filmed it in March. I've been having.
Oh.
I'm still-
Okay.
So I worked it into the skit thing that I did,
Gotcha.
where like I waited so long to edit it that I have a full-grown beard. Because in the marathon, I'm clean shaven.
That's hilarious. Major Matoko just mentioned Lupin the Third Part 2 Collection 2 DVD set comes out December 26th. That's perfect. It's Boxing Day. Awesome. So that's the second set of the Red Jacket series of Lupin the Third. Should contain the last half of the dubbed episodes, and then we're into subtitles only for the rest of, for all but 2 of the remaining episodes, apparently. So there you go. That's all the Pioneer only did about 75 episodes, thereabouts, something like that. Yeah.
So in other geek news, Jordan Peele has been chosen to direct a Twilight Zone reboot coming to CBS All Access.
Another fucking CBS All Access.
Yes, I knew that would be a point.
Well, thankfully we have the other 3 Twilight Zone series to enjoy.
But yeah, it's going to be a whole new series based on Twilight Zone. So,
Did anybody but me
Sounds
see
good.
the
same
Forrest
director
Whitaker
as
one?
Get Out, by the way.
Cool.
The
Did anyone but
Forrest
me
Whitaker
see the Forrest Whitaker one?
Is that the one that came out in like the 90s?
The 2000s. It was like 2003, I think. Or 2002.
The one that was like in the 70s or something?
No. 2002. He only ran one season, but it was like a long season of like 50 episodes.
I haven't
or
seen that
something.
one yet. I saw the Outer Limits from like.
Oh,
I
the
don't know.
the 90s Outer Limits was really good.
That was really good, yeah.
That they really did a good job of that. Also, the
The Outer
80s.
Limits always had a different feel from Twilight Zone.
It did, yeah. It was more kind of sci-fi, but whereas Twilight Zone was more of a variety. But what was I going to say? The '80s Twilight Zone is really good too. That's one I've been meaning to pick up on DVD forever. I think they just re-released that one in one of their Epic packs. I might have to grab that. And still need to get the rest of the original on Blu-ray. The original's so damn good.
Me too. When I say me too before, I should have said I agree, because I love it.
Yeah, the original Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. That's very marathonable. Yeah, you can just sit down and watch like 12 episodes quite happily and comfortably.
One of my favorite episodes is still the episode where that lady kept, she had that like UFO on her house, and they were like little aliens attacking her. And then at the end, the camera pans over and it says United States, like on the ship, and it was actually
spoiler.
It's been out for like 50 years.
And when it turns out that all the people on Maple Street were the monsters.
Spoiler.
They were the real monsters.
Hey, Stout, is there any news on Mac and Me on Blu-ray? Ask JL.
Criterion, hopefully.
No.
I'd say it's a pretty culturally significant film.
McDonald's scene.
Its impact has been felt around the world for generations.
Don't ask me.
Mac
Ask
and Me.
Ant-Man.
Has it?
Actually, what we really need is a Criterion set of the House Party movies. I think that's...
Yes! I've been saying that for years.
Or the walkie-talkie cut of E.T.
The
No.
Culturally significant to 3 people. One of whom was the guy who did all the CG artwork of the walkie-talkies.
Speaking
I'm really
of
proud of
TV
the work I
shows
did
getting
on
something new, Donald Bellisario has written a Quantum Leap film script.
I tell people at parties that I worked on E.T., and they get really excited and ask me what I did. And I said, oh, well, I digitally painted over all the guns with walkie-talkies, and then they punched me in the mouth.
You must be a hit at parties. Why, yes, I do get hit at parties.
I get hit at parties all the time.
I take shits at parties all the time.
Jennifer Bruce at parties?
Nothing like dropping a deuce in someone else's toilet. Well, I don't have to clean that up.
Hell, I don't even have to flush.
Glad I waited until I got here. Instead of going before I left.
And just to be an ass, I'm gonna piss on the toilet seat.
Waited until I got here, just like, hey man, happy birthday, just give me a second. I should probably go, it's getting late.
I came back at a weird time. I come back to Ryan Chataway saying, I'm going to pee on the toilet seat. What?
Perfect.
Out of context. That's great. Good for you, man.
So we should probably do pickups. I imagine we've all got some pickups.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I got one thing. I got 2 cases of Reese's Peanut Butter Pumpkins.
Oh, nice.
72 pumpkins, 50 cents a pop.
You got 72? Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I picked up an injury. That's the only thing I picked up this week.
Okay.
I stepped on my foot weird when I was walking out of the shed where all the wash equipment is, and then my foot got tangled in the vacuum hose, and I completely bailed onto the concrete.
Ow.
That sounds like an amusing French slapstick routine of some kind.
I was pretty much the waiter from The Simpsons. Whoa. And then, of course, the best part was I managed to use the company iPhone to break my fall.
Perfect. At least it wasn't your own iPhone.
Sure. Well, I don't have an iPhone because I'm not one of those.
Good. Don't ever be one of those.
I was at one point, but I've since...
Even I, who abhor cell phones, have a Samsung. Ta-da!
I love my iPhone, and I don't give a fuck what anyone
And I
says.
always film this way, because I'm not a jackass.
Nice.
You'll see a couple clips
All
of
right,
that
Quack,
in
let's
the
unite.
Halloween video.
I always film with screen
All
face
powers
so I can see
combined.
myself. I have no problems. My camera's great.
Wonder Twin
We
Power.
are Captain Florida.
It's
Whoa.
funny. I actually film
Trippy.
facing this way,
You do.
facing myself like this.
Yes, actually, yes, because that's the better camera.
I gotta be
All
on the screen specifically.
Yeah.
The selfie
Zach-
camera is what I'm using.
Zach, I miss you.
I don't
so
use
much.
it. I don't film myself like this. I film myself like this.
Oh, okay. Oh, like that. Yeah. See, I tried that, and I noticed.
Hey, look, Sean Zach's here.
Well, actually, I don't know about the video. The video may not be any different. I haven't really tested
No,
that out.
on almost all cameras, that's terrible. But my phone,
What are you doing, Zach?
on all phones, the front camera, the selfie camera is not as
With the
good.
monkey.
But mine is still 1080p, so I just recorded it. It's like,
Oh, yeah. See, mine's a little bit older, so the video is 720.
yeah,
the,
I probably use the other camera too.
The pictures, like the still pictures, are quite nice, though. However, the still camera on this side, the back, is the better one. It's the super high resolution one. This one is 640 by 480. Like, what the fuck is that shit? So
That's what you get for having a crap phone.
I don't know. Whatever. It was $40.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you get what you pay for. I'm just saying. Like,
That's
you
okay.
got it cheap, and it's cheap.
That's
That's the way it
okay.
goes. At least
Yeah.
you got a good camera on one side.
Well, exactly, and it's perfectly fine. There's a few clips in this year's Halloween video that I did when we were at Dairy
Nice.
Queen. I made a remark that's like, well, apparently this is what you're supposed to do when you have a phone, is film your food. So here we are, having food.
You are
Cass,
so
Cass, what's
old.
for dinner?
Incredible.
Hey, I'm
Oh, I
hip
just
and
finished
with
all of
it eventually.
He's trying to be like us as kids, right?
Huh? What?
Like Quack was asking what I have for dinner. I guess
Okay.
he's heard my plates clinking.
I just love how
I had pork chops and Montreal steak spice baked in the oven.
Uh-huh.
And I did roast potatoes, baby carrots, and salt, pepper, and thyme.
Time for
that
what?
sounds good.
Oh my god.
Time for you to stop being such
Time
a dad.
for never using that joke because it's never funny.
Sorry, I don't understand.
It's funny if you do it in the right execution. Like if you're cooking with someone and they say, "Hey, can you get the time?" Yeah, it's 7:15.
I don't get it. I mean, clearly they'd be asking for the spice, right? So.
Cass, I feel like you're secretly James Bond.
Really?
You know, yeah, because
What?
that shirt hanging behind you, it looks like it has a bow tie connected to it. It's like at any moment
Oh,
you can just get up, put on your tux, and go fight crime.
Like Jackie Chan in that movie where he had the Robotux.
Oh yeah,
The tuxedo. That's what it was.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah,
Jackie Chan's career.
me as a tux-wearing crime fighter, that would be great.
I think that was the first Jackie Chan movie I
I'm
ever
off to
saw.
fight crime.
I
The tux is
immediately
too small.
understood
I
the
just
appeal
rip it
of
into
Jackie
2
Chan.
pieces.
I'm sorry, that was the first time you ever saw. God.
And then I'll get you Russian people, and then trip over a
tuxedo
vacuum hose, and
The
down I go.
Tuxedo is like objectively his worst film, really. Man, it's worse than Rush Hour 3, and I hate Rush Hour 3.
But it had what's her face, that hot girl in it. I can't remember. Was it Alyssa Milano? No, it wasn't Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah, Jennifer Love.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. That's who it was. I knew it was a similar, skinny, dark-eyed girl.
Speaking of the Rush Hour movies,
Racist.
speaking of the Rush Hour movies, Sean got a whole new reason to hate Brett Ratner this week.
Oh yes.
God.
As if there was any need for more reasons. But I have a legitimate reason now. Yeah, he's basically been added to the list of people who are apparently groping people.
Without
Endless-
the mask
endlessly.
people.
Well, in his case, it
Well,
wasn't
yes.
just
Kevin
that.
Spacey
It was
was
like,
also added to that list this week,
Kevin Spacey, yes.
and they halted House of Cards because of it.
And
And
yeah.
a short gore, I guess.
And what was it, this thing I saw in regards to all of the allegations and accusations and careers tanking that's been going on in the past few months, ever since the whole Harvey Weinstein thing sort of brought it all out in the open. 2016, the year all your favorite celebrities died. 2017, the year all your favorite celebrities are dead to you.
Very
Yeah,
true.
I was posted in our shit post like earlier in the week.
Was it? Okay, I can remember where I'd seen it.
It was on Twitter, but I posted a shit post.
Okay.
You can see it in either place, to be fair, because I retweeted it.
Seen it around. I just didn't remember where.
I know you're on Twitter sometimes too, so you could have seen my
Yes.
retweet. I mean, you know.
I do. Yeah. I'm everywhere at some point.
Oh yeah, Not only did Kevin Spacey get fucking outed as a horrible person, but he then tried to come out and say to try to lessen the impact and distract from the fact that he was a horrible person once. A very horrible person.
Yeah.
Apparently hasn't changed much. Apparently.
Oh well, wonderful.
Picture.
It's very disheartening when all the things you suspected about Hollywood turn out to be true.
Well, a wise man once said, "You either live long enough to see yourself become the villain, or see all your favorite heroes die, or then become the villain." Excuse me.
Yeah.
You live long enough to either see all your heroes become the villain, or for them to die.
That's true.
That's basically the shit. I don't know the exact quote, but it's like,
"She's a lady."
Whoa, he's a lady.
Okay, so carrying on with with the pickups, Stout. Oh, Stout's run away apparently.
Here.
The hell? What's
Stout
he doing?
He's dealing with something.
He
Technically,
needs to masturbate right now.
Yes. Give him a look. He's an addict. Let him be.
I guess.
I'm sick.
With our voices in the background.
Yes, he's sick. He's a sex addict.
He's a
That's what pushes
sick,
him over the
sick
edge, right?
person.
I was
Speak
wiping my
deeper.
nose, if you must know.
Writing
Right.
your nose.
Is that what you call
Right.
jerking
Doing
off
the
now?
line.
Okay.
Right.
I'm not gonna judge you, man.
Just giving myself a little wipe.
I'm
You
just
know
letting
what
you know.
I mean?
I love you anyways, and you'll always be my friend. You
Okay,
need help.
so,
Is that a balled up Kleenex stab?
where?
What in the hell is everybody talking about?
Wiping.
I was like tuned out
They talk
looking at a
about-
couple of cars, and I come back to just what the fuck.
Oh,
I like
really?
That's
Pick
pretty
up-
much any time you depart and come back to this
Dad can't find
conversation.
his pickups.
Pickups?
Big ups. Big ups. What do you
Okay.
got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
I got Prancer on Blu-ray.
Prancer.
Yay.
I like it. It's from Shout Factory, but it's worth noting that there
Isn't
are no
that-
special features on this.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
eventually.
Matilda on the
What?
girl? Isn't that
The girl.
Matilda?
The new
No,
Matilda film? Are you sure it's not the same girl?
but she is kind of just as annoying.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, that is.
Elliot?
Wait a minute, that is Sam Elliott in it? That's what I noticed too, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Sean's
and
just
Abe
being a
Vigoda.
racist again, thinking all the
Yes.
girls look the same.
Yes.
Look, I get it. They're white people. Jeez.
All those white
But
people
yes,
look
I
the
watched
same.
this again
They
for
do!
the first time in
Look
like
at
No black people on SNI.
Everyone looks the same. What are you talking about?
I watched this again for the first time in like 20
Wait,
years
did
last
you watch
week.
it again, or did you watch it for the first time?
For the first time in about
For
20
a long
years.
time.
Okay.
So basically, the first time again.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, and I was just taken aback by like, holy shit, this is even better than I remember it. So
Wow.
I had to
Wow,
get
maybe I already mentioned that. I
You
hated
go,
that
girl.
shit.
And then
Santa Claus the movie too. Fucked up anymore.
Santa
What?
Claus the movie. That's what I need to see again,
I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
it's a great movie.
second spin.
and I need that
That'd
For
be
the
Santa
second
Claus
spin, I got
versus.
Yeah, I
Santa.
love
the
Tim
best
Allen.
Uwe Boll
Postal.
movie ever,
That is the best Uwe Boll movie, actually.
Absolutely. Yeah.
and the best iteration of the best video game adaptation.
Hey, is that
Yeah.
Dustin on the cover?
Up to that point, I think
You
it's
know
better
who that
adaptation.
is?
It's not
That's-
best, most accurate, most
That's what's his face.
I think
The
it's, I
actor
think it's
who
better than
played
Mortal Kombat.
the actor
in
who
that
played
sense.
Scott Farkas in
Yeah.
A
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
Story.
Right.
Yeah.
and that's
awesome.
Mini-Me.
And
Oh,
Mini-Me.
that
Very
movie
clear.
is hilariously offensive.
And that's not Dunstan.
Germany Land, and then like
All those
there's a-
chimpanzees look the same.
here's just a
That's
sample.
Dave Foley from Kids in the Hall.
There's
Yay,
a point
Dick
in
Foley.
which there's a place called Germany Land run by Nazis in Lederhosen, and Uwe Boll is a
Jewish
Nazi
Nazis?
talking about using Jewish gold to fund his movies. Like he's totally self-depreciating in this film. Dave Foley's a sex cult leader. I mean,
Excellent.
like this movie is so fucking funny. People shat on it, and I think it's unfair.
Just because
Try
it was
to get-
Uwe Boll.
Just ignore the fact
It's
it's Uwe Boll.
brilliant in its own
Yeah.
way.
It's fucking hilarious.
No, that's
People went
what
in
I've heard.
thinking,
Is that
oh, this is an
it's-
Uwe Boll movie, and then they were
Yeah.
ready to fucking shit on it.
No,
it's
it's
so different from the other movies.
That's
If
what
you
I've
watch
heard.
it,
That
not
one
even
is
thinking about Uwe Boll
actually
at all. It's
genuinely
Zach is unhappy in
entertaining
the
and
chat.
funny.
Dunstan was an orangutan, you fucks.
That's what I said. It's not tungsten. Was I wrong to say that? I mean,
whatever. All those monkeys look the same.
Racist.
so speaking of a Screen Factory, I got Cockneys vs. Zombies finally.
That's a fun one.
And it came with the slit cover.
How much did you pay for it?
Nice.
Oh, all the stuff that I got from all the stuff that I got from Second Spin here was like $5 and some change.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've seen that one go for about $7 on like new some places. So I was hoping you spend less than five or less on that.
This haul is not sponsored by Half Price Books for a change.
Yeah.
They didn't live near there anymore, and I live near Second Spin instead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can never watch that. I can never see that movie.
Frozen. It's weird. So
right?
I see that they're doing kind of what they did with the Harry Potter books. Like there's the cover for kids, which has Anna and everybody else. And then there's the cover for adults, which is quite different. So, you know, it's very considerate of them to do that. So they can say, oh, yeah, I watched Frozen, and here's the cover. So, you know, I'm not just watching kids' movies. It's totally...
So, that movie is so intense, I can never watch it again. And I sold my DVD.
Wow.
Yeah. I love thriller kind of horror movies, so it's perfect for me.
Have you seen it yet?
I have not seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can never watch it again. It's too intense.
Cool.
Especially that scene with the animal and he eating.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
That's why I was being vague.
Yes.
I got the.
And the spear scene.
Yep.
Nice.
I got this because I wanted to see it and I hadn't seen it yet. Army of One.
I need to see that too. Holy crap!
Is that the prequel to Army of Two? The
no,
video
that's the one
game?
with Nick. That's the one where Nick Cage is the crazy guy. That story was a real life guy who was insane and went to fucking Afghanistan with a sword to try to find Bin Laden by himself. And Nicolas Cage plays that guy.
Wow.
Nicolas Cage plays a crazy guy looking for Bin Laden. I believe the word you're looking for is sold.
Masterpiece. Gold. Sold gold, buddy.
And then I got A Boy Named Charlie Brown.
Nice.
Red case and everything.
I did not know that was on Blu-ray.
The red case, I don't think you can find anymore, so it's good find.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, it didn't come with the slipcover, but it came with the red case. So
beggars can't be choosers for $5.
Can't be pickers.
And a Charlie Brown Christmas on Blu-ray.
Yay!
That's what you'll normally find now.
I have the box set with the holiday specials.
Me too.
Yeah.
And then
I want to get that box set.
Quack, you have everything that has to do with peanuts, don't you?
Peanuts is awesome.
To do with penis? Yes.
Yeah, he imported all the foreign ones too.
Belko experiment.
Oh, I
it
was
is like
something else.
Office Space meets Battle Royale.
Cool.
And it's pretty freaking brilliant.
That alone sells me
Disturbing
on it.
as hell.
I like both of those things.
Yeah.
Right on.
A lot of actors that you are going to be very familiar with.
Is that the one that has John C. McGinley in it?
Probably.
Okay.
It's too hard for him to read the back of it for you, Ryan.
That's right, I could read the back. Sorry.
That's why I haven't been here so fucking long.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, I wasn't just shitting. That was a serious question.
No,
Hard to tell
I
sometimes, Ryan.
think you were just shitting. Come on. But I got Wonder Woman too.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
Wonderful.
Wonder Woman 2? The second one's out already?
As well. I got Wonder Woman as well.
Also, as well.
Burbank 4?
addition
You're going to do Burbank 4?
In addition to,
Watched it, loved it. Great movie.
Still got to watch that. Maybe I'll watch that with
I think
Rose
it's
tomorrow.
the second best superhero film made so far.
Better than
Sorry, did that
Superman.
give you a sinus headache? Suddenly?
Winter Soldier's
Wow.
the best, in my opinion.
Oh. God.
He also,
Remind
he
me not
also
to use
picked up
God's
some
keyboard.
Kleenex.
He leaned
Oh
right
my
in.
God. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And the camera goes off. Was
Damn
that
it,
the,
Sam.
was that the
All over
last
street,
pickup?
probably.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Thank
Oh,
God.
good timing. Fuck's sakes, man.
All right.
That's gnarly.
Now, use a Kleenex. Oh, wait, you used all of them a little while ago.
Oh, stop making found the sex addiction. Jeez.
So, Quack, you got any pickups this week?
Yeah, I got a few things there.
Okay, you got two things. Okay.
You.
Oh.
Wounded
Okay.
woman. What a great typo. Dale said he got wounded woman too.
Wounded woman.
That's the best typo ever. He called him one
Wounded.
wounded woman.
Wounded woman.
It's a typo, but it's great. Oh, he meant Wonder Woman.
I love wounded woman.
I'm sorry, Dale. It's just funny. Wounded woman.
She has the walkie
Wounded woman. Okay. All right. So
Best typo ever.
see if Quack also got wounded woman.
Great. I already had wounded woman.
I picked up wounded woman a while ago.
Wounded woman that bended knee.
And then he tried again. Wounder woman.
Wounder. Wounder woman.
That's even worse. I'm sorry.
Wonder
Wonder-
Woman.
Okay, hold on.
Or you can pronounce it
Woman.
Wounder.
Almost there.
Wounder woman.
It's okay. It's okay, JL. We're laughing because the funny words it's making, not because you can't spell it.
She's not.
We're being clear here. We're not making
And
fun
now
of
he's-
you.
And now he said "wounded woman."
It's just funny the words that are coming.
I will defeat you.
She's not the woundee. She's the wounder.
Hey, JL barely gets to be part of the show. Rarely gets to be part of the show, so this is the time to shine. Man. Look, don't be mean.
There you go.
Someone needs to take the Wonder Woman poster and like Photoshop in like crutches and like a knee brace and stuff, and just make wounded woman.
Wounded woman. Yeah, that wouldn't get the SJWs up in arms immediately.
Because she's a woman.
You're trying to diminish the power and integrity of this strong symbol for women.
I'll tell you right now, if we titled the episode...
it was a funny typo. Get over yourselves.
Yeah, no, if we titled the episodes, this would be titled Wounded Woman.
Yeah.
It would be titled, that was a fucking showstopper.
And we would get tens of millions of views of angry people.
I know. And he said, glad I can't. Now he did another typo. He said, glad I can't make people laugh.
Don't worry, you can. You're good at it.
He said I can. He said I can. Glad I can.
Can.
He couldn't win. Like,
Oh man.
God.
Okay. So.
Sorry, back to track. Sorry.
So Quack, you got a few things you said.
Yes, I picked up a couple Funko Pops.
Funko Pops, yes.
Stay Puff.
Nice.
Cocoa Puffs?
Sweet.
That's one of the
That's
big
a big
ones,
one.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the oversized one.
Yeah.
And then this one I got because when I was in college, I was in a fraternity, and my nickname was Launchpad because of my last name, Quackenbush.
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
So I got a Launchpad and a Quack.
Yeah, but
Yay.
Quack is awesome. So you'd be like,
That's
fuck
nice.
yeah, I'm not Launchpad McQuackenbush.
Absolutely.
Motherfuckers that are recognized. You got a leather jacket, aviator jacket, and a scarf, and just fucking own
Just
that shit.
play it up, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you do own that shit.
Own it.
Totally should have owned that shit.
Well, that's not mint condition anymore, whatever it was.
No, I'd say that you
Well,
do
he
that
just-
Halloween. You definitely have to dress up like him.
Picked up a couple of board games.
He just did what I did to my
Ooh.
Oh.
Planet 8
Where
set a
we
few
come
years
years
ago.
ago.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I believe
Oh,
this
shit.
is exclusive to Target, along with this other one I got, which is
Oh, really?
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Hey,
Oh,
brother,
nice.
Can
Nice.
I have you hook me those up with those up? Up with those and I'll pay you back?
Yeah.
I got a Target? Oh, sweet.
That's pretty
Um,
sweet.
Like, fuck yeah, I want those card games. What the hell are you talking about?
There's a really cool board game of The Thing coming out, speaking of which.
I know. I'm gonna have to wait for the retail edition to
I
keep it.
might actually grab that. Yeah, probably same thing.
Kickstarter was like $90, but you get like a whole bunch of cool shit.
Yeah. I'll have to look into it.
I
Board
picked
games
up
are expensive.
the other day as well.
Yeah, they are. Oh,
Oops,
nice.
that
From a
was-
certain point of view.
From a certain point of view, that's a great title.
Whoa, that sounds interesting.
It's
40 stories.
like 40 stories from 40 different authors. So
it's pretty sweet.
So actual stories or like personal stories? Like that's the question.
No, about like it says
so fiction, like short stories.
Yeah, like one author bridges the gap from Rogue One to A New Hope through the eyes of Captain Antilles.
Oh, neat.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, see, I totally want that now.
Yeah.
Will Wheaton spins a poignant tale of the rebels left behind on Yavin. So,
what's the title again?
Star Wars from a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view, man. I wish list.
And then one Blu-ray this week. War for Planet of the Apes.
Nice. Yeah, I still need to pick that up.
With
I
the
got that
slipcover.
Next payday.
I got it last week. Good shit.
Next payday.
A slipcover you didn't destroy. Sweet.
I know. Whoa, I'm way. Yeah. Holy shit. How did I not pick up on the significance of that?
Well, I also did not destroy this one since I have it handy.
Oh,
that's
nice. That's
so jealous.
That's nice.
I'll send that to you too, Brandon. Don't worry.
I've got to see all of the Child's Play movies from 2.
You gotta send me all your slipcovers still, man. What the fuck? And not ground up for once.
Really like the first one.
He sent me a box full of ground up slipcovers once. Instead of
Really?
Yeah, you were all here. You all laughed.
Packaging material.
He used his packaging material. This
wow.
Yeah.
That's all I got. So just while we're on the topic, did you guys watch Child's Play 3 yet or no?
Not yet.
Just 2, okay.
It's been a couple days. We haven't watched movies in a couple days. She's been running around. She's very tired. But we're gonna get to it. Don't worry. She's got it. Gotta watch it. Probably, maybe tomorrow night. Probably Monday. Just depends. Monday or Tuesday.
3's the one I watched the most.
What, number 3?
3 the most.
That's because it was on TV. I hate it, but I haven't watched it in 20 years. 15 years, maybe. Maybe 10 years? I don't know.
Yeah. I have only ever seen the first one. A few times, but I've never seen any of the sequels.
I think
one
it was
awesome.
The sequels. Yeah.
First one.
Second one's great.
Curse is really good.
I think 3 is the only sequel I don't like. But then again, I haven't watched it in a very long time. So I haven't watched it uncut in an even longer time.
So I'll probably pick up the inevitable 6-film set now.
Yeah, it's 7 films.
Yeah.
Seven
Is it
films
7 now? Okay.
Yep. It's 1, 2, 3. Bride, Seed, Curse, Cult. Yeah, 7.
Okay.
And there's gonna be a sixth Tremors is coming out too. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Seed was my favorite, by the way. That was my favorite sequel.
Seed.
Seed was.
Seed Chucky. Yeah.
Seed is the one I like the second least.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't hate any of them except 3. But I might change my mind when I see it again.
I loved everything it added, and I loved all like the ridiculous stuff.
I'd just like to say huge kudos to Brad Dourif for sticking with it and being the voice of Chucky forever.
That's because Mancini keeps writing them at least, but now he's directing them all. So.
And for having a daughter that just so happens to look creepily like him.
Yeah, in the last 2 movies she's been in the film.
She's so good.
Yeah.
And this new movie is essentially like a reboot. Kind of, not really, but it's like it changes, it flips the script and makes a whole new series available to us now.
Cool.
So the next movie's which I think has already been greenlit, is gonna be awesome. Or I guess he's writing the script for the next movie.
Cool. Is that the last thing there, Quack?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Brian Chataway. Got any new stuff this week?
Quack.
Yes.
Cat farted.
Yeah, it still smells. No, it's awful.
Nasty.
I hate Star Wars book collection, Quack. Saying.
So
Hi, kitty.
You're
kitty. You're cute. You stink, but you're cute.
Okay.
Stinky butt.
Right.
I haven't been here in so long, so I've picked up a bunch of stuff. But I'm not going to show anything. The only thing I'm going to mention is the fact that some of y'all are in. I got this pretty sweet Friday the 13th shirt from Walmart.
Cool.
For $1.
Wow. That's crazy.
And I got a lot of other.
How much did you get it for?
Yeah.
$1, he said.
$1.
Oh,
I think it was like $1.38 or something.
$1.
I think it was like $1.38 clearance from $7 or something.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Post Halloween.
Yeah, it was so awesome. I was really excited.
I can tell.
I mentioned too what I talked to some of them about buffet that I hang out was they also had a Halloween one, and I was looking at it and I was like, there's something off about this Michael Myers, and so I looked at the tag and it said like official merchandise of Halloween Resurrection. I was like, no, not even for $1.
Official
and I applauded this.
Halloween Resurrection.
I applauded this.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
That's all I got.
Well, I have to go grab a couple of my pickups and be right back.
Okay.
Alright.
Cass, do you have any pickups?
No.
Have to grab them by the pickup.
No new trash cans in a while.
Yeah.
Or office chairs?
No, I still have my Chong, same one as before. The free one that I got.
Those ones we've already seen.
Our dad had one that he wasn't using anymore, so and I literally found out about it right as I had just bought a new one.
All
So
right.
I probably returned it. Because you can't beat free.
Nope.
Here we go.
I'll have to watch here, right? You're pixelated here, so I have to watch there. That's right. Y'all gay.
Oh, what's going on here? Get out of my face. Get out of my face way. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So, starting off with comics. Can't remember if I showed these ones last week. Fuck. I don't think I did. Okay. So I got Rom versus Transformers number 4.
Yeah, you didn't show that off.
Okay, good. I got First Strike Rom number 1. There's a whole bunch of one-shots coming out, much like they did with Revolution. So I need to track those down. Not even sure how many they're doing. And the final issue of the Gem and the Holograms and the Misfits Infinite storyline. This is the Misfits issue number 3. So I still need... which one is it I need? I think I need issue number 2 of the Misfits one, and then I'll have all 6 parts. And then when we went to the comic store on Halloween, they still had a bunch of the free comic book Halloween Comic Fest comics left. So they're like, yeah, just take some more. Like, okay. So I picked up Baby Teeth number 1.
Okay.
Never heard of it, but it looked cool.
Cool.
Let's see here. Black and white. Looks very nice.
Yeah, I gotta wait for it to come up here because you're pixelated in that stream.
Very nice, very nice.
Cool.
And then got a, preview issue of Season 2 of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Actually really interested to check out some of the new stuff that they've been doing with Archie. This is also black and white, actually. So doing like it as a proper horror comic, which is pretty cool. And DVD Blu-rays. Well, first up, I'd been wanting to get this for a while, but I kept forgetting which one was the one I didn't have. Well, I finally remembered. I got the idea to check the release year on the back and pieced it together from there. Because they're not clearly numbered. So unless you...
That's great.
Unless you know the names. So I had the first 2, both with the slipcover, and I saw this one with the slipcover, and I'm like, is that the one? Is that the one I still need? So it turns out it was, and it's Allegiant, the third one in the Divergent series. So
wow, what does that got to say about your series if you can't fucking decide which one's which?
Haven't even. So just to clarify, so there's Divergent, then Insurgent, and then Allegiant. That's the order they go in. So there you go.
Okay.
And then this is actually pretty cool. This was actually apparently considered a lost film for a while. It was recently rediscovered and then restored in a beautiful 4K restoration. Just released like a couple weeks ago from the Cohen Film Collection. We have The Old Dark House.
Oh yeah,
starring
that's on my wish list.
Starring Boris Karloff. This is James Whale's first Universal horror film. So he went on, or no, I guess it's his second one. Yeah, it's his second one. So he did Frankenstein, then he did this one. And then he did Invisible Man and
Frankenstein.
Bride of Frankenstein. So those are his 4. So now we have all 4 of the James Whale horror films on Blu-ray. And this is a really nice edition. It actually comes with a booklet and everything. So very cool. I've never seen the film before. I've heard it's fantastic. So
I think only tangentially related. I think The Man Who Laughs is finally getting a Blu-ray.
Nice. I will have to pick that up. Oh, and there's one more comic I forgot to mention. Just something small and insignificant. Picked up Volume 1 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimate Collection.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
They've actually started putting these out in paperback. So, save you a little bit of money. This is the paperback, yeah.
That's paperback? Oh.
This is paperback, yes.
Well, I will be also ordering the paperback.
It's about $10 less than the hardcovers. So, and I think the hardcovers are all out of print now anyway. But, so this contains issues 1 through 7 of the original Mirage Studios Turtles, plus the Raphael one-shot, which is actually the first appearance of Casey Jones. I don't know if you can see there, but there you go. So the first 3 issues there.
Yeah.
And this is significant to me because I had all of these except for the Raphael one-shot. I did not have all the first printings, but I had some printing of all of the first 7 issues. So this would be a big nostalgia trip for me because it's the one.
I have all the one-shots except the Raphael one-shot.
It was my introduction to the Turtles.
I have a random third printing or second printing of issue 9.
Okay.
And I've got a colorized issue, the color printing issue of issue 3.
I had the 4th printing of issue 1, the 2nd printing of issue 2, and issues 3 onward were all first printings for me. I still have issue 8, which is the one with Cerberus, because that one doesn't usually get reprinted. And then I got... I didn't collect it for very long. I collected maybe the first dozen issues, and I had... I have the Fugitoid one-shot, which also doesn't get reprinted very often.
Oh, I also have Plastron Cafe number 5, which is the very first print of Fugitoid.
I still have that. And, what was the other one? And the Michelangelo one-shot, which I
love that one.
Yeah,
I had that one.
That's got to be my favorite, honestly.
That's like the Christmas one. That was actually adapted in the 2003 series, by the way.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a collected edition of Ninja Turtles that was all the way up to Return to New York. So I think it's like the first 14 issues, first 10 issues. So it was all that plus a few extra issues.
Yeah, so
but my copy is falling apart, so I need something I can read.
There you go. So just this beautiful, gritty, black and white artwork. Just love it.
Nice.
It's a great. What is it? Oh yeah, here we go. As you can see, the original Shredder was actually a pretty lean, mean shredding machine, not a frickin' shredder transformer.
Also not a scrawny, pathetic guy who whines all the time.
Yes, exactly. I'd just like to say I love this opening shot of issue 2. This Raphael screaming, "Kiss your butt goodbye."
You know, it's funny, here in the States, that Volume 1 doesn't get released for 3 more days.
Really?
Yep, comes out on the 7th.
Bizarre. We got all the Marvel horror ones a few weeks earlier, too, apparently. I just did not know that, so I didn't go looking for them, and they all sold out. So,
yep.
I got the Werewolf by Night one, which I started reading, by the way, and it's really good. I've actually never read any of those. But I'm enjoying it.
Ninja Turtles.
Next payday, I'm going to see if I can find the Tomb of Dracula and Marvel horror ones.
Just a bit of Ninja Turtles news.
Uh-huh.
Nickelodeon's new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is coming out in 2018. 2D animated show.
Mm-hmm.
They announced the voice actors for it.
Yeah.
Most of them you probably won't recognize. You might recognize Ben Schwartz as the most annoying character in Parks and Rec.
I love
He's
him.
Ralphio. Yeah, that's the worst.
That's the worst. Yeah, I love him.
Great.
Yeah, he's gonna be Leonardo, and I actually saw a video clip of him doing the voice of Leonardo, and it sounds terrible. But
Awesome.
we'll see. We'll see.
I don't
The
know.
big
You were
thing-
pretty sure the current Nickelodeon series was gonna suck big time, and now you've been like singing its praises for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Still need like the last 5 DVDs of that.
Well, the big news about the new series is, and it might have been a mistake in the press release. We don't know yet. I'm kind of hoping it is, even though it might not be a huge disaster, but it kind of feels like it will be. Raphael, the press release says Raphael is going to be the leader, and Leonardo is going to take Raphael's place.
Raphael, he's the leader of the group, transformed from the norm by the nuclear goop.
They're gonna make Raphael the law fighting, and Leonardo's gonna be the hothead.
No, actually, the guy who plays the character of Raphael in that same clip that I was talking about earlier, he explains that Raphael is still the meathead of the group.
Mm-hmm.
So it's entirely possible that he's the same meathead, but for whatever reason, he's also the leader.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
that's an interesting change.
If you think about it, it's like
I can go with it.
Is a franchise that's all about multiple dimensions and various weird takes on things.
My favorite take on it is as Raphael is head of the Foot Clan, the Image Comics run that they did.
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s, which you can't get the last. I'm missing the last 3 issues of because they're all $100 a piece.
Oh, yeah.
They're super limited printing, apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure they got trades up by now.
Nope. Never got collectors in trade. Actually, I think got one trade for 5 issues in it.
Oh, this is not the IDW series.
No, this is the Image series.
This is the one that came
early 2000s,
before.
I said.
Right. I remember.
I have almost every issue except those last 3 because expensive.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then the series ended on the cliffhanger, so there's actually a fan-produced issue 29 or 28, I can't remember, which actually ties everything up into a nice little bow.
Cool.
That uses this like some of the artists and writers from the actual run to wrap up their story. So it's like unofficially finished.
The IDW series recently hit 75 issues.
Nice.
They've also announced a second Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters crossover.
Yes.
I think the first issue came out.
What? What?
First issue came out this week.
Okay.
He thinks.
Yeah,
maybe next week.
I think it was actually one of the free comics I got was the IDW Ghostbusters one. I think it mentions it in here. Let me see.
Probably like, is that a prequel or something? Or like
Ghostbusters 101.
I like that back cover.
Ninja Turtles. Oh, yeah.
Logo.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Good shit.
He's very nice, very nice.
Speaking of which, I gotta get the new Ghostbusters still. I gotta buy the Blu-ray. Black Friday, hurry up and get here so I can get Ghostbusters.
I got it. I have not actually watched it yet. Oh, it doesn't
what it was.
actually seem to mention it here.
No, well, it doesn't explicitly connect to anything. It could easily just been another.
I just confirmed it has been released.
Okay.
Okay.
There is a third oversized hardcover collection of the IDW books coming out as well.
Yep.
This is actually pretty cool. It gives you, for someone like me who has actually not picked up a single one of the IDW issues, it actually gives you a reader's guide where all the different series and mini-series and crossovers fall into the timeline. So
every fucking free comic book day or type comic event comic should have that in their issue thing.
It's great.
A jumping off point so you understand where the fuck you need to go.
So apparently it's just volumes 1 through 9. And then Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters Meet the Real Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters Annual, and Ghostbusters International. That's where it gets confusing, is after volume 9. But otherwise, yeah. And there's actually, speaking of the 2016 one, there is a series coming out called Ghostbusters 101 that will feature both teams.
Nice.
There you go. So not a reboot, part of the same, integrated into the same. Well, actually, I gather with the comics, they've kind of taken that stance on it, is that everything's in its own kind of alternate universe. So that's how they're meeting up with the Ninja Turtles. That's how they're meeting up. They meet up with the Ghostbusters, meet up with the real Ghostbusters. You know, there's like a whole mini series.
The Filmation Ghostbusters meet up with the real Ghostbusters. That's what I want to see.
That might take a little bit more tricky licensing.
Hey,
but,
if Disney just buys up all the properties, it would be
just
fun.
buy everything.
Disney, can you please buy Paramount so we can release the fucking catalog already? Or someone else buy Paramount's catalog so they can release it because Paramount is fucking stupid.
Paramount is sitting on so much shit right now.
I want Prophecy on Blu-ray, and I'm not talking about the Christopher Walken one. I'm talking about the Mutant Bear one.
Yeah, The Prophecy.
Yeah.
I know the one you mean.
1979 Frankenheimer film, whatever.
I know the one you mean. The one that just freaked me out from the movie poster when I was a kid.
I have the movie poster.
That was a great movie poster.
I have an original. It's a folded one, but I have an original.
That's okay.
They get that shit framed.
Just having
Celluloid Terror, fellow YouTuber sent that to me.
Nice.
I have to say, while we're still on the subject, Eric Burnham, who is the author of probably the last 5 to 6 years of Ghostbusters comics.
The what?
Anything Ghostbusters related.
Okay.
The writer?
The writer?
Yeah, the writer.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you broke up there.
He is an amazing writer. He's such a good comic writer. He knows comic. He just like intuitively knows how to write a good comic.
Nice.
And he does so fucking good with the franchise. It's such a good freaking comic.
Have you read some of the Ghostbusters?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic stuff. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to start picking those up.
Him doing the TMNT Ghostbuster stuff as well, you know it's gonna be good. So
sweet.
Yeah.
All the more reason to check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The whole first series from him. The first TMNT Ghostbusters series was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I am positive that the second series is going to be just as good, if not better.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's where I heard of it. It was in one of these IDW ones here. There's, is it this one? Oh, yeah, here we are.
Okay.
Ninja Turtles number 75.
Was just filling time with farts while you were looking.
Oversized.
Farts
beginning the road to issue 100s. They're planning out epicness, apparently. So, stunning conclusion of the Trial of Krang, apparently. So they've finally...
Atomic Robo, that's another fucking great comic that you should be reading.
Atomic Robo.
So good.
Every time I hear that, I think of Atomic Robo Kid, which was an arcade shooter in the 80s.
No, but that is totally a throwback to like 1950s sci-fi action. But also, it's a robot, the sentient. He's hilarious. Trust me.
Atomic
Robo.
Shit. Oh, that's the one you're talking about. That one. That one right there.
Good shit. I've read the first 2 volumes of that.
Nice.
Good shit.
I've got... Oh, I don't think that's fixable. Okay. I don't know where I saw it. I know I didn't imagine it. Well, poop. Damn it, I slightly folded my ROM one-shot cover. My efforts to show you guys things. First Strike. DuckTales. There's a new Samurai Jack comic coming out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I heard about it. But anyway, that's happening.
Samurai Jack, what?
Anything else happened this week?
Yeah, AMC threatened us with 40 or 50 years of Walking Dead.
Oh. Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
Wait, was that all your pickups?
By the time it's over, but
yeah, sorry, that is all my pickups.
Okay. Yeah, dude, they threatened us with 50 years of new shows. I'm like, okay, bring it.
Well, that's fine as long as it's still quality, you know.
The future will have to deal with it because I'll be dead by the time it's over.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Yeah.
Well,
talk about the cast of the Lion King, but I know you don't care about that.
So big news for my channel. I finally set a start date for new Multimedia Chronicles retro episodes. The official
Yay.
return is November 23rd. The initial batch will be some stuff that was previously exclusive to the DVDs, but I'm now making public for everybody to enjoy. Specifically, extended cuts of the first 3 episodes. So that includes The Quest for Blank Tapes, Memories of 7-Eleven, and Journey to the Mall. Each one of those is about twice the length of the original cuts. So lots of new stuff in there.
That's a great way of doing it.
Like,
because for people who've forgotten what
yeah.
MMC Retro was all about, there you go, a
Well,
refresher.
and those were 3 of the most popular episodes too, and it just so happens they were the ones that I had the most additional footage I could put in. And then, following that, there's actually a second Memories of 7-Eleven episode that was only ever available on the DVDs. So it's more footage of 7-Eleven. You actually get to see some of the video games there in action and more reminiscences and all kinds of fun stuff. So there's that. And then following that will be the first all-new episode, which I'm not sure what it's going to be. Oh, yeah. No, actually, it'll be right around Christmas. Right around Christmas will be a pair of new episodes dating farther back than any previous Multimedia Chronicles Retro episode ever. Specifically, 1981.
What?
Yes. I have videos from 1981. I was 9.
Now, is it still kind of in the vlog style?
Well, they're more.
Are you saying you have a vlog from 1981? Is that what you're saying?
I try to kind of speak to the camera and host a little bit, but my mom keeps hijacking. But there's some cool stuff in there that I think you'll all enjoy. It'll be a nice Christmas treat for everybody. And then following that, we'll go back to the 90s, and I've got about 30 episodes from 1991-92 already in the can. And between then and now, I'm going to be putting together some more. A lot of them are pretty much ready to go. I just have to finalize the edits and render them. So
What is this?
Quite a stock of new episodes. Sorry, what, Stout?
Got any breakdancing in there?
Any breakdancing? No. No breakdancing. Sorry.
Well, this season's going to suck.
Yeah.
What is going on? What? What is this? InSaNiTy.
Well, there you go.
So everyone moves at 5% unless they're jumping, and they move at 100%.
That's crazy.
And their ultimate, it just, oh my god, what is going on?
Lagging or something?
No, I'm flying everywhere. I'm a monkey. I shouldn't be flying.
Weird. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna make some food, and then maybe we'll do some Twitch tonight. Maybe play some games.
Yay!
I actually
More
had
spookies.
I actually had horrible nightmares as a result of Resident Evil 7. By the way.
Awesome. Should you play it some more?
I should play it some more. I need to face that fear. That never happens to me. So that just shows how truly disturbing that game is. They really did a good job of that. Yeah, it's yeah.
Did you have nightmares that fucking Cletus guy was coming after you?
Yeah,
is that what it was?
Basically, yeah, was that I was a prisoner and couldn't get away, and they kept trying to molest me and stuff. It was like horrifying, and I couldn't resist or anything, or they would kill me. So I had to just, kind of bide my time and wait for my opportunity to escape. Meanwhile, enduring the horrors being done to me. Yeah, it was not enjoyable. Yep.
Well, it's not Halloween without a terrible, horrible nightmare. I'll never forget.
Oh, and speaking of which, I barely got a fraction of the horror reviews done that I wanted to do, so I've decided to just keep Halloween going all year long until I get them done. So,
hell yeah. As usual.
It's the year of Halloween. But one of the reasons being is as I was putting together the first batch, I kind of established this new format of, you know, adding in the pictures and such and more detailed plot summaries. And bottom line is they take way longer to put together than my old reviews where I just kind of be sitting and talking about the movies. So everybody seems to really like the new format, and I like the new format as well. I'm actually really happy with how they've been turning out. So I figured, why stress about it? Why rush it? Why not just take my time, do them as I feel like doing them, and then you guys get a better product in the end, and I'm not killing myself to go for quantity over quality, you know, that sort of thing.
Yes.
So, yeah, there you go. See, Duncan says, Halloween is a state of mind, not a period of time. See, there you go. So, yeah, I'll still be saying, greetings, everyone, and welcome to another Halloween horror movie review in, like, April. So, the Halloween set.
Listen, there are some people out there who literally celebrate Halloween year-round.
Yeah.
They have, like, Halloween decorations up all year long. It's the same way there are people who celebrate Christmas all year long, right?
That's true.
They're clearly insane.
Yes.
But the point is...
Halloween is okay.
The point is, it's not uncommon. And really, you're just holding yourself back by not being who you really are and celebrating Halloween all year long. So stop fucking around. Stop pretending like, well, I've been so lazy that I haven't taken down this stuff from last year. Just keep it up all year long. You know you want. It's part of who you are. It's part of your essence. It's part of your very being. Just accept it. Be
okay.
The Halloween guy.
Be the Halloween guy. All right. Why not? Well, the funny thing is like the set that's up now is the one I put up last year. It has not come down all year, and I just added some stuff to it and tidied it up a bit this year.
That's your inner Halloween trying to scream out to you, saying,
"That's right.
Let
Don't
me out.
deny me." Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go grab some food, and then, but not a nice big bowl of brains. He's not eating the brains I made for him. So near as I can figure, the Resident Evil 7. I didn't want to eat dinner and fell out of my chair, and therefore everyone wants to kill me now.
Yep. That's right. That sounds right. Real life, man. What are you talking about?
That's wow. Harsh. Anyway, we'll see you later. So thanks very much for joining us and chatting and hanging and whatnot. And we'll see you next time for more Saturday Night InSaNiTy. In the meantime, those of you sticking around on Twitch for some gaming, we'll see you in a little bit. And those of you who aren't, we'll see you whenever we see you. So, yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
Have a good night. Thanks for chatting, and sayonara.